Alrighty guys, we just got done watching the sequel, Quiet Place 2. Beautiful movie. I don't want to give too much of the spoilers away, of course, but this picks up right where the first one leaves off. But of course we have a little flashback before the movie starts. It shows like an explosion in the sky, and we see aliens come out and they take over the town. They're like playing a ball game when this happens. The kids, it's like a happy, quiet Saturday, I would say a Saturday afternoon, with the families watching their kids play a ball game. They see that explosion, and everybody starts panicking, and then all the aliens pop up, and you know what happens from there. So anyway, it says, following the deadly events at home, the Abbott family now must face the terrors of the outside world as they continue their fight for survival in silence. Forced to venture into the unknown, they quickly realize the creatures that hunt them by sound are not the only threats that lurk beyond the sands. And that's somewhat true, I guess. There's one little scene in the movie where they have a run-in with some other people that really doesn't make much sense. It doesn't make much sense. That is an odd part when you think about it, because you think that people would try to help each other, but you'll see it when you get to it. That was kind of odd. Now, the movie, was it scary, people? To me, it wasn't scary. It's more of like a suspense. I wouldn't call it a horror. I guess it's like a suspense thriller for me. I don't think it was really scary. I didn't feel any of the main characters were really in danger of being killed in the movie. I didn't really feel that. But I will say this, Emily Blunt does another amazing job in this movie, playing the mother. And I like how they have the baby, and like, how the babies cry, and if they make sounds, the creatures are going to pop out and kill them, right? So she's got like this soundproof box, and she puts got like a little oxygen tank she puts on the baby as they're going. They're leaving that place to go somewhere else because they saw like a fire. There's one place left with people left in that town, I guess you could say. The first one, they had those fire things on top of those things that hold grain or corn, those big tall things like water towers, whatever they are. And they was all out but one, so they head towards that one and try to survive. They're trying to survive. She's trying to protect her children. And great movie. They do a great job with it. So they go there and meet up with a guy, of course, that they knew prior. It's one of their prior friends they know. And he tells them they gotta leave. I can't have you here. He's like, I've lost my whole family. I've lost everybody. And you just be in the way. I'm trying to survive. Okay? So they don't want to give up. And they play with the radio. The deaf girl plays with the radio. And they hear like a music station broadcasting the same song over and over. I forgot the name of the song, but they broadcast it over and over. And it kind of like tells them it's some kind of song, like there's an island or something, and off the island there's like a radio station there. And that radio station's playing this song over and over to let people know there's people just off the shore on this island to get there. It's like a 2-hour boat trip when they finally do get there. And while this is happening, now when the family first goes to this place to meet this other guy's place, he walks into a bear trap, so he's not really able to go on the trip with them. The guy eventually, when he sees the baby and he sees all the bad things that's happened to the family, he finally decides to help them and not just tell them to leave and all that stuff. So the deaf girl and the guy that they knew from the ball game, they go on a boat and finally get there. They go there by themselves because the boy's hurt. He can't get there. And while this is happening, she's worried about finding some kind of medicine because the wound could get infected. She's going to find some more oxygen tanks because they're keeping this baby and this oxygen. With these oxygens, they're keeping the lid closed and giving it oxygen so it doesn't make noise for it to breathe and all this. But they're in like some kind of boiler room, this guy is, and he's got like this place where it closes and you can't hear people make noise. You can't hear no noise. They've got that also. So they finally get to the island. the boy and the girl, the deaf girl, they finally get there. And while they're going there now, they run into these creatures, and they run into some people who was trying to kidnap the girl, the deaf girl, for some reason. They was trying to kidnap her for some reason. It's like these 4 or 5 guys. It was kind of a strange scene. I don't think it made sense for that to be in the movie. But they eventually get away from the people, and they get on a boat. Like this boat dock, there's a bunch of boats there. And they finally get there. They get to the island. That's broadcasting the radio single. And what they're going to do is they're going to amplify that girl's earpiece. They said we're going to give people hope. And they finally amplify that single with the earpiece. They're going to amplify it to make it loud, because during this scene, one of the creatures follow the guy there on the boat, the guy and the deaf girl on the boat. They follow him there. And, they come to this perfect little village where there's no creatures or nothing. They're like on an island. They're safe from all the creatures. But one of those things got on one of the boats, and the boat like floated right to that island. I guess the current carries it there is what I'm guessing. It carried it there, and it popped up there. So they're going to this radio station to broadcast this sound and amplify it. It amplifies it so strong that when the creature does chase after them, they're on the radio station. It amplifies it so strong they don't even have to even shoot it. It's like its head explodes, or not explodes, like it just dies. It messes up all the nerves in its brain or whatever and kills it. So the movie ends with they're on this island. Now the creature got loose, and it was destroying the town, the little small town that got there, since they brought it there with them, I guess you could say, in a way. But they get in a car and they go to that radio station. They keep honking the horn, and it follows them there. But at the ending, they broadcast the sound, and they hear it back at the place where Emily and the boy, that I'll call her Emily Blunt, whatever. But where his leg is hurt, they hear it, and then they're on the island, and it ends. So it leaves it wide open for a third part, because they're separated. The boat trip to the island from that harbor, or the dock, whatever you want to call it, the dock there. It's like a 2-hour boat ride to get there. So it takes them 2 hours to get there. So there's a ways away. She's got the baby. She's got the injured boy there. And her, of course. So the third part, which is going to be the finale, I'm sure it's going to go back and show how they can rescue the family, the 3 people there. So there you go. There's all the movie. It pretty much explained. I left some things out. There's some things happen there when they meet the guy and stuff, with a creature popping up and all this, of course, as she's trying to get oxygen for the baby, which is in its little box to keep it quiet where you can't hear it. And that's pretty much it, people. Overall, that's the best explanation I can give it. I really enjoyed the movie, and I think you will too. It was very nice, very good. So check it out, people. Quiet Place 2. I watched it at Tri-County Cineplex, Mills, in Corbin, Kentucky. It's one of the best movie theaters in the area. It is the best movie theater in the area, really. But check it out. You're gonna love it. Just as good as the original. I'll say this. I would say it's almost as good. The first one, when you watched it, still has that appeal of being new and fresh. But I do love this movie. I love the opening scene more than the movie. When it showed the small town, how everybody was happy. Just happy, having a good time. And the town's real quiet. I like it because the town's real quiet. When it opens up, and you're like, well, they've already attacked this town. But it's because the whole town is watching that ball game. The whole town's at the ball game. So the town looks like it's dead, but it's really not. So that was a nice little opening with the movie. And that's pretty much it, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the review. It's full of all the spoilers, but you still need to watch it. You still need to check it out. And I'm looking forward to this movie doing well at the box office. It's good to see movies back. And the good thing about this movie, people, is I watched it at 4 o'clock Friday evening at 4 o'clock. And the theater was over half full. It holds about 400 people, and I'd say there's 250 people there. So that was pretty neat to see that. Probably holds 300 people, maybe 300 people or something, but it was about 50% full, and that was good to see. A lot more people was at that than the Godzilla movie, so I hope this movie does really well. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Toodles!